What's going on, guys? Justin, aka Straight Hacks, here for the draft analysis of CPL Season 3. We have our team here. I'm going to go through. We participated in CPL last season. We ended up in losing in the first round of the playoffs, but we did have Palafin as the kill leader in this league. This time we drafted a much different team. I'm going to show you what we drafted. But first, let's talk about some of the rules um, in this league. So it's a 9-week season, and obviously 3 weeks for playoffs, being the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the finals. Like I said, last season we lost in the quarterfinals, unfortunately. We have 5 free agents throughout the season. The trade deadline will be week 7, and free agents will only be picking up Pokemon that are not on teams. Player-to-player trades don't count. Teams can have up to 3 Terra Captains, but those have to be under a 25-point limit. This is I would say, mid to lower tier Terras. So, like, the max, I think, was the 13 Pokemon in tier 13, good Terra. But if you were drafting a Terra Pokemon, it came with an upgraded price. So, for example, if you drafted a 13-point Pokemon that had a Terra tax of 3 points, it would be a 16-point to your budget instead of 13. That also counts to the Terra budget being up to 25 and your overall budget, which is 115 points. The games are being played on NatX Draft, obviously, and with Terra Preview is the main thing here, meaning we will know our opponent's Terra types of their Terra captains. And speaking of those types, the Terra captains can use any type this season. So first up, we have our first overall pick. I'll get to in a second. I believe we had the 11th pick, if I'm remembering correctly. So, with that pick, we decided to draft Tapu Koko. So Tapu Koko was a 19-point Pokemon of our 115 points. 70 in HP, 115 in attack, 85 in defense, 95 in special attack, 75 in speed F, and 130 in speed. Very fast, obviously, very strong uh, overall, but its real power comes from the boost that it gets from its electric surge ability. Uh, being able to boost its electric moves makes it stronger than its stats may say. 115 and 95 look okay, but not crazy for offenses. But with the electric surge boost, it'll do definitely better than just the base offenses. And I did double check; we did have the 11th overall pick. So coming back, we decided to get Iron Moth. So Iron Moth is 15 points. It's or I should say, the first Pokemon, the second Pokemon on our team, and it has the ability Quark Drive, and it boosts its highest stat by 30% or 50% if it's speed specifically when in electric terrain or when they use Burst Energy. So the future Paradox Pokemons that all have the Quark Drive ability definitely go well with Tapu Koko, so we decided to get Iron Moth with our second overall pick. 80 in HP, 70 in attack, 60 in defense, 140 special attack, 110 special defense, and 110 in speed. So, there's a little speed gap there between Iron Moth and Tapu Koko, being that Iron Moth is 20 points slower, but besides that, I feel like it's a very good second round pick to pair with Tapu Koko, getting the boost in Quark Drive, or in electric terrain, from Quark Drive in electric terrain, and having a pretty good move set overall. Our third round pick was Iron Treads, our second Iron Pokemon. So second Pokemon that's going to get the Quark Drive boost from our Tapu Koko. But also, it just gives us a really good Rapid Spinner, so a really good removal option. And obviously, Stab Earthquake is very strong. Access to knockoff, Stealth Rocks, all kinds of different things. The stats being 90 in HP, 112 in attack, 120 in defense, 72 attack, 72 special attack, 70 special defense, and a 106 in speed. So just slightly slower than the Iron Moth. But again, another very good future Paradox. And our third round pick. Our fourth round pick is something I didn't exactly expect to pick here, but it was still on the board, and I decided to go for it, and that's going to be Annihilate. It was 16 points. It's actually our second most expensive member outside of Tapu Koko. 110 in HP, 115 in attack, 80 in defense, 50 special attack, 90 special defense, and 90 speed. Annihilate is something I've used in the past, and not on the channel, I don't believe, but in general. And it's something that I've had a lot of fun with. It's very strong. Obviously, its signature move, Rage Fist. When it gets hit, it powers up the Rage Fist. The high HP and decent defenses go well with that, along with its bulk up sets. Still also has access to stealth rocks, some okay abilities, and a very good one in Defiant, which can ignore intimidates. Not ignore, but inner focus actually ignores intimidates. Defiant raises our attack by 2 stages when this Pokemon has any stat lowered. So when I say ignore intimidate, it would boost us up by 2 after going down by 1, so we get the +1. But if there's something defogs in front of us, so it's, we get a +2. So it's good, removal blocker in terms of it blocks rapid spin, and if they do decide to defog and this is in, we're going to get +2 in attack. So overall, just a very good Pokemon and something I'm excited to use again. Our 5th round pick was Shaman, 100 across the board from HP to speed, and the natural cure ability, being able to get rid of status when we switch out. Shaman is good at a lot of things, but not great at anything. It can be bulky if that's what we want. It could do, physical offense, special offense. Definitely leans more on the special side with moves like Seed Flare, Earth Power, Air Slash, those kind of things. But also could, bulky like leash sheet sets, stuff like that. I just overall mod I've used a couple times and had success with, and just overall is something that can help bring a team together. So it also has access to things like Healing Wish, I believe, so that could be something that we could make use of if we wanted to. So yeah, definitely something I've used in the past, and something that can help bring our team together a little bit. Our next is our first Terra Captain. That's going to be Iron Jugulus. It was 14 points, and because of it being a Terra Captain. Stats: 94 HP, 80 in attack, 86 in defense, 122 special attack, 80 speed, 108. 80 special defense and 108 speed. Again, another Cork Drive Pokemon that's going to get boosted by our Electric Terrain from our Tapu Koko. And something I haven't used before, but I'm actually excited to use. I feel like it being a Terra Captain is definitely the best way for it to be used, because it doesn't have the best coverage ever. It has some, definitely for sure, and some good coverage, but definitely being able to give it specific moves for matchups with Terra Blast and a specific type is going to be something I think we can make good use of. And for 14 points, I thought it was a pretty good Terra Captain, and something I actually haven't used before, so something new for me to try. Obviously going a little heavy on the Iron Pokemon, the Future Paradox ones, being that we have the Tapu Koko. So with that being said, let's move on to our next team member. It's Galarian Weezing. I decided to pick Galarian Weezing here as it gives us another ground immunity if we want to run Levitate, or ability to turn off abilities with neutralizing gas, or even Misty Surge if we really wanted to. Also a good defensive wall, and just overall good typing with Poison and Fairy. 65 in HP, 90 in attack, 120 in defense, 85 special attack, 70 in special defense, and 60 in speed. We think it's just really here to be a tank. Has some obviously decent moves between setting up toxic spikes, getting toxics off, things like Strange Theme. Just overall a bulky mod, and that was really what I wanted to get it for. Because our team was lacking a little bit of bulk, so especially on the defensive side. So, Weezing's something I wanted to get in here to get us a little bit more bulk towards the end of the team. That being said, we have our next Pokemon, our second to last Pokemon. That's going to be Clawitzer, 5 points with Terra. The reason why I drafted this is because I made a bet with a friend that I could get 8 kills with this season. So we'll see how that goes. And I think I had to make it a Terra Captain for that to be possible. So we grabbed Clawitzer with our second to last pick. 71 in HP, 73 in attack, 88 in defense, 120 in special attack, 89 in speed, and 59 in speed with the Mega Launcher ability. Definitely with this thing, again, it's obviously not very good. That's why it's 5 points with Terra. But it can hit hard in the right circumstances. Obviously, with this Mega Launcher ability, if we give it a choice specs, obviously it's slow, so Scars could be run on this. It just depends. I just feel like it's something that's not gonna come much, but like I have to get 8 kills with it. So at the same time, I'm gonna have to fit it in weeks I really don't want to bring it. But if we can get that out of the way early and not have to worry about it, that's the plan. Um, but overall, it's not a terrible Pokemon, and I think we built our team fine to have it as like our lowest member, which it is. And the only reason I picked it before my last pick was because I wanted to make sure I got it, so I didn't just lose the bet by forfeiting it. And I didn't really know what I wanted as my last Pokemon, so I just gave myself a little more time to think about it. So that being said, our last Pokemon is going to be Grimmsnarl. Again, something I've used on the channel before and something I've had success with in the past. 95 in HP, 120 attack, 65 defense, 95 special attack, 75 special defense, and 60 in speed. The big thing, though, here is its Prankster ability in access to Light Screen and Reflect. Also, things like Parting Shot, Thunder Wave. It gets a ton of very good moves to use with its Prankster ability, and is not weak at all with 120 attack or even 95 special attack. It is slow, but that's why Prankster comes in handy. But overall, just a very good support mon for this team, and I think that kind of wraps the team up nicely as our last pick. And yeah, so that's going to be the team we are rocking with for the CPL in Season 3. Hopefully we can make another playoff run like we did last season, and I hope you guys enjoy this season. Please like and subscribe, and thank you.